Welcome back for another episode of WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. In the previous part, we saved Ron from the Whopping Willow and finally made it into Hogwarts. In this episode, we're going to make our way up to the common room and then start classes the next day.
Why, if it isn't young Potter, how are you? Glad to be back at Hogwarts?
Well, I would be, Nick, if Professor Snape hadn't caught me outside.
Well, I suppose that rules are there for a reason, although sometimes the reason escapes me. Yes, you shouldn't be up this late, you know. Better get back to the Gryffindor common room before Professor Snape catches you again. Goodbye.
Bye, Nick.
In case you were wondering exactly who that was Nearly Headless Nick. Anyway, what I'm showing you here right now is just something that's optional, but highly recommended for what's going to happen pretty soon. You know how we lost a ton of beans earlier? Well, this is a perfect place to get them. I don't think there's a better place to get them in the game. It's this hallway on the third floor. You just get rid of those two books so they don't make you lose beans, which is really counterproductive. Then you basically hit all the objects in this hallway, and they'll give you 5 items, usually every flavor of beans. Sometimes pumpkin pastries, like you can see we're getting now. And Ron will yell for you to hurry up and stuff, and people are always talking about, oh, you better get there before Snape catches you again, but Snape's not gonna ever, like, appear again, I don't think. Or at the very least, I know he can't catch you. So right now, you're gonna want to have about 20 beans before you go into the Gryffindor common room, so we're just gonna get 2 more on the way there. It's possible to keep going back into that hallway and getting beans over and over, but that's not something I'm going to be forced to do until later, so right now I'm going to avoid that if I can. On the way there, just be careful of the ghosts. It's not like they're out to hit you, but if you happen to walk into them or they run into you, you will get hurt and lose beans.
I can't get into the common room, Harry. She wants the password.
Of course I want the password. How am I to know that you two aren't Slytherins disguised as Gryffindors?
Because we don't look like gorillas, that's how.
There you are. Someone said you'd been expelled for crashing a flying car into the Whomping Willow.
Well, we haven't been expelled.
Look,
just tell us the new password, Hermione.
Oh, very well then. It's Wattlebird.
I'll meet you inside, Harry. Wattlebird. Hey Harry, Fred and George have set up a shop. You can trade all kinds of things with them for spells and really wicked stuff.
Wow, what was that?
Wow, I must
Yeah,
go see
wicked
them.
stuff.
Where
I hope
are
it isn't
they?
so wicked that it
Go
sends
through
me into
that door through the
convulsions.
reading room. There's a portrait on the other side. What's the password? Liberty Gibbet. Oh, and watch out for Percy. He hates being disturbed when he's studying.
Okay, so here's another one of those sneaking parts, and this part you actually have to sneak past Percy while he's studying because you have to go to Fred and George's shop. So just run over here and then check the wall. That portrait right there is the one that'll let you in. I used Lumos to let you know where it is easily. And Percy somehow didn't see
Potter,
us.
You finally made it then. Heard about the Ford Anglia. Mum's gonna kill Ron when she finds out. I bet it was worth it to see Snape's face when you landed.
Sort of.
Anyway,
Not at all.
welcome to our shop, Harry. Yes. Feel free to browse our extensive range of wizard wheezes and magical merchandise. Everything priced at reasonable rates and the only currency universally accepted throughout Hogwarts. 30 bots, every flavour beans.
We're sure there's something here you'll like.
Alright, so what we definitely want to get first is, it'll let you end the day, but don't do it yet. Since we have 20 beans, we need to buy this.
Bertie Bott's beanbag.
20 Bertie bots, every flavour beans.
I'd like to buy that, please.
You can now carry more Bertie Bott's every flavour beans, Harry.
So now we can hold 100 beans. And there's a good way out of here just by using Lumos to reveal a secret passageway. Anyway, we're going to be coming back here basically every night to buy a couple new items. And to get the beans required for that, if I don't have enough, I'm just going to return to that hallway and get some of those beans off screen. And before we leave, I think I'll just hit Percy for fun. One more thing of interest here is this board right there. It's kind of hard to see. You check it, and this is the Lost and Found section. This is optional, but recommended if you're going for the House Cup. I know I might be explaining things a little bit ahead, but I'll talk about them later.
Okay, Harry. It's been a long day. Really tired, and I'm off to bed.
This here is just another way to end the day, and personally I think it's a little bit cooler than just opening up objectives and pressing A. You just go up to Harry's bed and you can just go to the next day that way. I'll talk about that lost and found thing when it becomes important again. It's not really important right now.
Morning, Ron. Do you know what class we've got first? I heard that it's flying. You heard right. I'll meet you downstairs in the entrance hall.
Wow, is that the world's glitchiest cutscene or what? So yeah, it's the first day of Hogwarts, so we have to meet Ron in the entrance hall. There's that board from earlier. And then go to flying practice, which is going to be pretty exciting. So right now we're just going to take the normal route downstairs. I think later I might show you some of the secret passages and stuff around the grand staircase, because this is a pretty big area. A lot of things to find off the beaten path, a lot of secret wizard cards, stuff, etc.
Hello, Nick. What's the matter?
A matter of no importance. It's just that Sir properly decapitated Podmore won't let me join the headless hunt. Apparently, they only accept huntsmen whose heads have completely parted company with their bodies.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Not to worry, young Potter. As I said, it's a matter of no importance.
It really is too bad that all these cutscenes are spazzing out on us. I'm sorry, this disc is a little bit old, I'll admit, but it has had worse glitches in the past. I'm just hoping nothing pops up that's totally game-breaking. Because when you're making this in episodes, you kind of do have to plan out when you're going to save at the proper segments. So first we'll talk to Ron.
Madam Hooch will be waiting for us.
And just by doing that, we've fulfilled an objective there. Not even sure we had to do that, but whatever. So to get to flying practice, just run right around Neville, and that'll take you right to it.
Although you all apparently learned to fly last year, the apparently is directed at you, Mr. Longbottom.
Was that
A
really
brief
necessary?
refresher course is in order. Potter, let's see if you still have that natural flying ability. First of all, I want to test your broom control. Fly up and hover a few feet from the ground.
Yeah, so just tilt down to go up.
Now, fly back down to the ground and hover above it.
And tilt up to go down.
Excellent. You seem to have lost none of your natural flying ability. Let's move on to something a little more difficult. You see before you a course comprised of enchanted rings. What you must do is to fly through as many of these rings as possible in the correct order. Are you ready, Potter? Begin.
So basically there are the options of how to fly it. Reverse is actually pretty much whichever direction you move the control stick in, it'll go the opposite. And normal is the standard controls. So just choose whichever you're more comfortable with. You can test it out here. Hold down A and then go through the rings. I'm pretty sure you go slower if you're not going through the ring consistently. If you ever feel like you need to slow down to make sure you don't miss one, just let go of A.
Right. Now for the examination, where a grade will be awarded depending on how well you complete the course. You must fly through as many rings as you can in a set time. I've created several new enchantments for the rings, causing some to move and others to shrink as you approach them. When you're ready, Mr. Potter, you may begin.
Okay, so this is a graded part, so the pressure's on here. And unlike Superman 64, segments like this in this game generally control pretty well. So just stay the course. I think, yeah. Actually, the ones that move around like that are the most irritating. Because you can tell how the small ones are going to shrink, but it's hard to judge sometimes how those big ones are going to move. It's really easy to mess one up. I'm going to try and shoot for 40. I'm going to try and get the highest grade possible. I mean, can you get a higher score? Yeah, but, like, I'm pretty sure you can get more rings than 40. We're going to be lucky to get 40. Like, we're really strapped for time, and we just We just missed a ring there. That's not good. Come on, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Please! Oh!
An outstanding display, Mr. Potter. You receive the highest grade, a distinction.
Ooh.
Well done. If you want to practice flying, Mr. Potter, come over here.
I guess I really shouldn't be complaining. I mean, we did get the distinction, which is higher than any letter
I'm off
grade.
to bed. See you later.
So, let's just check. Oh, they actually counted that one off screen. So, with that said, we might as well end the day.
Gryffindor.
So these are the house points, as you can see, being tallied up at the end of each day.
Ravenclaw.
How well you do or how badly you do will affect how the number goes up or down.
Slytherin.
And whoever has the most by the end of the game, basically, wins the house cup. So as you can see, it's night, but for some reason Harry couldn't get to bed. He never seems to sleep at night, as you'll find out in this game, and this is the first nighttime stealth thingy.
Harry, just the person I've been looking for. Something dreadful has happened to Neville. He's got himself trapped behind a tapestry.
And I suppose you want me to get him out.
Would you? That's so kind of you, Harry. He's out here.
So yeah, Neville somehow gets trapped behind a tapestry, which is essentially just cloth. I don't know how he managed to do it.
Neville? How did you end up back there?
He was looking for Trevor, his toad, and he went the wrong
That doesn't
way.
explain
Now he's
anything.
Well, can't you get him out, Hermione?
stuck. No, I've tried everything. We need a severing charm.
And where am I going to find one of those at this time of night?
Herbology Greenhouse 3 in the grounds. Except, to get in, you're going to have to find
boy.
out how to pull up hawk lumps. If you go to the library, there's an excellent book by Professor Lockhart. That'll tell you how to do it.
Okay, so I've got to go into the library on the second floor and get a copy of Lockhart's book, and then go out into the grounds and find my way into the Herbology Greenhouse to get the severing charm.
Yes.
What did he say?
Hurry up.
Yeah, so next time we're gonna follow this complicated list of events that Hermione has told us to do, and that'll be in next episode. You can see all of them here. So, see all of you then.